Was for us to help get a baseline of kind of where the pitches are at as we dive back into pitch practice for NBC. So we will go through these, give brief feedback, but it's mainly for each of us to kind of understand how best to help each other. You ready for NBC? Those are big pitches. We want to make sure you're ready. Apparently, ticket buff is going first.
I had a brief announcement.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, folks, I've been gone. I've been pretty sick for a while, so feeling a little bit better now. Tonight we have, I think it's at 5 o'clock, the Capstone Fair pitch. So this is where prospective seniors for next year are choosing their capstone options. And so I need some help sort of pitching. I need like maybe 2 or 3 teams, to just one person from each team. If you're doing a good job here and you can help us, I would really appreciate it if we could like spend like maybe a couple minutes, 2 or 3 minutes each, sort of just describing your experiences with sort of this this capstone. Any volunteers?
You can do it.
Oh, thank you, Rachel.
Where is it?
I will send that. Who else? If there's anybody else who can help, we just need like maybe one or 2 more volunteers. Is there anybody who can help us out? Oh. Let me just. It's at 5 o'clock in ECCR 1B40.
Such an issue. Related back to the audience in the sense of saying that they're part of the reason why you're paying 5 times the originally listed ticket price for the event you want to go to. And then going into saying that's become such a problem that these are just some of the people that have actively fought ticket scalping for just the past few years. And then I'll be changing up these next 2 slides before NBC, but basically going into what we are. We provide event venues full end-to-end control over ticket sales and through our dynamic QR codes that can be replicated and sold on secondary markets. In addition, we'll also provide somewhat of an AI price assistant to venues. Then going into our revenue model, we'll be taking a percentage of the ticket sales and an annual subscription. So after this slide, we'll have kind of like an actual use case example showing that with, say, Boulder Theater, they have like 700 seats, taking like $2 per ticket sale, and just showing how that can grow extremely fast the more venues we get. Then moving on to our go-to-market strategy, we'll first focus on partnering with event venues so we can really understand their needs, so we can improve our platform and then expand out from there. And then talking about the market, in 2017, the online ticket sales market was a $29 billion market. And in just 5 years, it's going to nearly double to $51 billion. So now is the perfect time to get in on this. And then just go into talking about what our competition is doing. Twickets, for example, they don't partner with event venues as far as we know. So even though they're fighting ticket scalping, they don't really have any authority to actually do much about it. And then just talk about our team, saying that since we are computer science majors, we're uniquely qualified to actually do something about this and actually implement.
Got my title.
Oh, you're awesome guy title, yeah. But yeah, just saying that we can actually implement a lot of these features that we've been talking about. So, just questions from there.
Cool.
Cool, so happy hour? Okay, so 3 months ago, 3 CU students who will remain anonymous were on Pearl Street after a meetup, and we wanted to find a happy hour. In the spur of the moment, to find a happy hour, we decided to look on Yelp, and on Yelp we were able to find some restaurants near us, as well as general menu prices and overall reviews, but no specific time pertaining to happy hours that we might want to attend. A couple Google searches showed us, again, restaurants that were around us, but no specific information like the time the happy hour is going on until we got through to an actual web page. So these CU students ended up spending about 5 to 10 minutes searching for a happy hour before deciding on one that fit everybody's standards and going in. From this, we learned that it is actually pretty hard to find a happy hour if you're already out on Pearl Street or out in a place and you're actually looking for one kind of on the fly. So this is where our solution comes into play. So our app will help users like CU students, travelers, anyone who is interested in finding happy hours in spur of the moment times, find those. It starts with discovering happy hours based on your location, viewing details of those happy hours such as time and menu items, and then attending the happy hour if you so choose to do so based on the time, location, time.
Our mission is to connect users and travelers with local businesses based on happy hours.
Our sustainable competitive advantage comes in 2 parts. The first is we're scratching our own itch with this app. Where students and travelers and our peers are the primary users of this app. Our beta testers are roommates and friends as well. Our long-term competitive advantage lies in crowdsourcing. We want to become the authoritative source on happy hour information. We plan on doing this in a similar way to Yelp, how they crowdsource menu items, as well as reviews. Our business model consists of 2 parties, our users and the restaurants. We plan on connecting our users with happy hours and then providing those users to restaurants. Restaurants want to drive more traffic through their door, so we plan on running promotions such as flash sales. You can think of kind of a trivia night would be an advertisement for a restaurant to run to our users, and that's how we plan on generating money.
All right, so for our go-to-market plan, we have 3 different campaigns. The first one being search engine marketing, which we already have users like us who are searching the internet trying to find these happy hours. And so if we can be one of the top search results, then we can get into that niche of that market and start and drag some of those users onto our platform. The next one we want to do is affiliate marketing. And so that idea is that we can post flyers inside of restaurants that agree to it, and then it'll just advertise our platform. So if someone goes in, they missed a happy hour, they're kind of disappointed, they'll look up and see a flyer that says, never miss a happy hour again, and then there's a QR code that links right to our app. And then the last one is going to be using existing platforms such as Facebook and Twitter for users to share their favorite happy hour locations and check in and share it with their friends.
Yeah, so as we're looking at the market, there are a couple apps, there's actually a lot of apps that try to do what we're doing. What we find is that all of their data is extremely outdated or not useful at all, or doesn't have a user base even when it is helpful. So Untapped is actually a very good example of this, very useful for draft beers. That's almost it. So the user base is very high, roughly 7 million people, but very niche population in just draft beers. On the converse side of things, I guess, Happy Hour Finder, very outdated data, as well as I heard Margarita Compass or something, and Cocktail Compass. They have a very low user base, and their data is very outdated. So what we plan to do is have roughly around the same user base, roughly around, hopefully, to that 7 million perspective, but also have up-to-date and current data. So our team consists of Nick, Brennan, and myself. We have 3 years working together. We do almost everything together, so the team is pretty close, and we work very well together. And we like to think we're pretty good. Yeah, so our roadmap of what we're trying to do, by January 2018, create a landing page. We have done that. We want to launch our test flight and Play Store by March. We actually already posted on Google Play as of the hackathon last week. So we're now on Google Play, and we're waiting on testing to come back on the Apple Store. By April, we want to reach 100 beta users. By June, we want to we're on our first happy hour promotion in Boulder, so have a restaurant take us on. And also in June, we want to reach 1,000 users. By September, we want to expand into other cities such as Denver and South Denver and Colorado Springs. And by October, we want to reach 10,000 users.
So current status is that we have 44 user signups. And then, like Chris said, we are available on the Google Play app right now. And also out of the 5 bars we've talked to, 5 of them are interested in being on our platform.
That's the QR code for the Google Play, if you want that.
How much time do you guys have for pitching at NBC?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? That doesn't include questions, right?
Try it.
All right.
Yeah, this is kind of just like the first crack at it. I mean, we can get it down, no problem, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole point here is baseline. So yeah, we'll work on timing. That was pretty long.
Yeah.
And lots of details, but I think the story arc, like all the ingredients there, will work on the story arc.
Thank you. You might also want to put like computer science down there.
Yeah.
They don't know you're computer science.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, this is a room full of people who can build things, and we all take it for granted, but trust me, nobody outside this class takes that for granted. Everybody wants somebody that's able to build something, so play that up.
Yeah.
So we're back. No, just talking about our idea. So we were doing interviews for the Bingo Live, and we actually talked to people who were like artists, and kind of got us pumped about our old idea.
Yeah.
And
Very
the
nice.
opposite, because we talked to a lot of people that didn't like our other idea. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're back. So kind of the same start to our other pitch. Start off with a big boom, like, hey, these artists don't get paid much, but we're also, yeah, and then where the money goes and all that stuff. So kind of a same start to our other one. Then how much do they actually make? You know.
So we're trying
That
to
much.
tell.
But we've actually switched more over to, instead of like trying to compete like the big guys, for artists who get millions of views and they don't really care about how much money they make because they make money in other ways. We want to be specifically for an up-and-coming artist and an app to find new music while also helping them get established themselves. So, started doing, how did we get here? Napster and the internet age, and now we have the big players here. And who is that hurting? This new thing. Again, it's not really hurting the big guys. It's more so the smaller artists and the newer artists. And that's us. The solution, a program for an emerging artist talent. How are we different? We have a different payment system, again, through a blockchain smart contract. And also the discovery of artists. It would be specific because this app would only cater for a new artist, just so it's a place for people to go and find new music. Yeah. Again, explaining how the payment system works. More on that. And then the discovery, specifically that this app would just be specifically for a new artist, just so that they can put themselves away from maybe the, because right now you can pay to have yourself on Apple Music and Spotify, but then you're just in the mix and you're just thrown in with everyone else, where this app would just be specifically for a newer artist. Traction what we've made on our landing page and Facebook page. Our go-to-market would really just be to get involved in these groups. A lot of up-and-coming artists or like new artists, they're already very active online. So it would just be the point of getting into those blogs or posts or Facebook pages and just having them know that we exist and are here to help them, grow.
Yeah.
We still need to add a few slides about the team and the market in general.
What our goal was to determine like the problem with the industry and then kind of explain like how we would solve it and how we would go about that and what we would bring to the table for the new artists that are struggling. So
This is back to the blockchain.
Yeah,
smart
yeah.
contract.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
have the pitch you used at the end of last semester?
we do.
Yeah, we kind of built on that. It was kind of bare bones, and we talked for most of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I had a bit.
Because I like where you got from a story arc standpoint.
Yeah.
That pitch. So I would go back. We had the videos
Okay.
online. Go back and watch your video. Take what you said. Use that to kind of frame this in, and then we'll work on giving you full back again more details.
Do you know when we pitch for NBC?
This is the 12th, right?
Yeah. There's semifinals or two.
Okay.
We'll practice in class.
I'm spending all next week on this.
Okay, so real quick before before we start, it's similar to our old one, but we added stuff based on like a lot of feedback we've gotten. So we might run kind of long, like a little bit, and we're specifically like hoping to get feedback on like what we can take out, if that makes sense. 'Cause, yeah.
If we do run long. But so this is what makeup looked like 50 years ago. It was a social requirement for women and was seen as a way to try and achieve impossible standards of beauty. This is what makeup has grown to today. It's now seen as a form of art, expression, creativity, and self-confidence. Like many other art forms, makeup users enjoy sharing their looks and finding inspiration from others. Now, and social media has become a great place for this. Now, I can't imagine many of you guys scrolling through Instagram searching for a fun new look to try, but if you have a mom, sister, friend, or anyone who loves makeup, put yourself in their shoes for just a moment. So imagine you're going out tonight and you see this gorgeous look on Instagram that you wanted to try and recreate. But all you have is this photo. You don't know what products they used or what steps they took to achieve the look. So now you're just left rummaging through your makeup trying to figure out what to do. Or maybe you yourself created this beautiful look and you wanted to store the information such as the steps and products for future use, or you just wanted to share with your best friend. But there's no easy way to organize all this information cohesively, and it's 2018, so writing it all down on paper is outdated and unrealistic. Well, Beautybook solves all these problems in one. Beautybook allows you to store the exact looks you did, including the exact products you used, where you used them on the face, and the exact steps you took to achieve the look with this easy-to-view layout. It also helps you discover new looks, including the products and steps, making it easy to recreate any look. And our perfected search algorithm allows you to search by certain filters, such as by product, color, shape, and more. Beautybook is a mobile application that is like a recipe book, but for makeup looks, which allows you to organize, share, and discover creativity easily and beautifully.
The beauty industry is larger than ever before, with beauty companies spending $13 billion a year on advertising and 88 billion views to beauty-related YouTube videos alone. But what we found through consumer research and interviews is that this huge interest in makeup isn't necessarily a response to standards for women to wear makeup, but rather the blossoming of a new community that sees makeup as a form of creative expression. This community has become an inclusive and empowering space for people to express themselves, and what's missing is a centralized platform, and that's why we're so excited for what Beautybook can offer. So over the past few months, we've seen great success interacting with our community on social media and getting feedback on our prototype. There are thousands of talented creators on platforms such as Instagram. One of my favorites, Indian Gem Beauty, who happens to be standing right next to me, gave us the opportunity to share our app with her following, giving us a unique entrance into the market. By reaching out to these involved members of our community, we've accumulated over 1,000 views to our landing page, 36 email signups, and many enthusiastic comments. As our platform grows, we hope to reach out to larger Beauty Guru accounts and channels. And we know eventually our app will reach makeup users of all types, from gurus to professional artists to casual users. We have 3 main streams of revenue. The first are sponsored posts. When we conducted interviews, our users expressed excitement in making themselves known, but frustration with avenues on how to do so. With sponsored posts, we're able to solve our users' problems while making money. Second, affiliate sales. Stores like Ulta and Sephora have affiliate programs that offer 5 to 8 commission on sales. This could be huge for us, considering the average woman spends $15,000 on makeup in her lifetime. As our app grows, we hope to explore advertisements and premium membership as well. So this is where our community is right now, places like Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. And while these places have provided a platform for beauty users to collaborate and share, none of them were built with the needs of the beauty community in mind. As women in computer science, with backgrounds in business and design and a passion for makeup, okay, so, okay, sorry. Beautybook is being built by makeup users for makeup users, and we're so excited to bring our community together in a platform that can offer so much more than existing alternatives. Thank you so much for your time. We're making great progress, and we can't wait to see all of your favorite makeup looks on Beautybook.
All right, 4 minutes, 14 seconds. That's not too long.
Yeah.
I would keep in mind when you're nervous, do you go faster or slower, and bake that into the timing. But I mean, this is a Techstars level pitch, so there's not too much modeling to be done here.